got the piece of wood. It was heavier than I thought. This thing is actually pretty heavy. It's pretty thick too on top of that. But since I don't use the garage door right now because I'm doing the repairs in here, I'm working in here, I don't use the garage door. It's sealed up for right now until I get what I want to do this summer with it. But for right now, it's sealed, so I don't really want to go opening up the garage door. Besides, I got it locked down, so it ain't going anywhere. It's locked anyway, but I got a lock. I got an extra lock system put in, so no one can't override the lock and open it up. It's virtually impossible. But anyway, so I had to carry this up the side of the house, which is a good walk because it's on a hill. But again, you know what I mean. I want to get it in here. I want to do the demonstration, show off. So the technology we're going to be using. I'm going to dry this a little bit first. Because the wood was cracked at the bottom, and I had some little pegs in the back. I had to cut all those off so it laid flat against the wall, and then I had to basically, there was a little crack on the little corner right over here, on that little corner right there, so I had to go drop screws in there to push that back in, and then I had to basically put a little putty along the edge of it because it was showing little crack marks. So I'm going to be using this. I do want this to work. This is a temporary screen for the time being until I get my other one in, but I want to show off exactly what this product is designed to do. So this is an old dirty piece of wood. It's been sitting back at the side of the garage for at least about a couple months, so it's been through rain and everything else. So we're going to use that for our screen. Where does my stand go for this thing? So that's what I want to do for the demonstrations for this product. Just gonna buy old stuff. We'll buy nothing brand new. Old beat up stuff and convert it into high-end screens. So that way you realize that you can paint whatever you want, convert anything you want. I have no idea what this thing was. It's pretty heavy, I'll tell you that much. It wasn't light at all. It's pretty thick. So again, as I said before, the garage door has already been sealed off and locked, so I had to carry it up the side of the house. And yeah, it's cold outside, which is interesting because it's extremely cold outside, but in here it's nice and warm. This insulation stuff is a beaut, I'm telling you. A friend of mine, him and his wife are in the process of building a Victorian home, and they're going to do the Victorian home out of shipping containers first, and they're going to build the structure around it to make it look like a Victorian home. And he was talking about how he doesn't want to work with fiberglass because he has respiratory issues. And I was showing him this stuff right here. I said, man, this stuff is fantastic. You can mold it around just about everything. And it keeps the place nice and warm. Right now, until my other unit gets here, I'm running 51 BTUs at 300 square feet, and you're supposed to be running 7,000 BTUs. That's technically what you're supposed to be running at 300 square feet. And we could do that easily in here because of the insulation. And mind you, only got like in here for my insulation, I have this wall, that wall, and this. The garage is completely sealed now. That's done. I don't even have the overhead done, don't have the floor, and don't have this wall done, and it's hot in here. Just from that. So it's nice. I like this stuff so much. I'm going to use it in my next build on my next land. When land I got right now, working the deal out with that fellow over there. And also too, I got to have an inspector go on that land too, also to check to make sure it's legit. We ain't going to have any problems like years down the line. Stuff ain't growing right. Things are having problems, or just something on there I can't build because there's something on there living on there that has more rights to me. So yeah, I have to have somebody come and do all that research at the end of the day. But it should go well. We should get a little piece of land and we can start building our property on there. All right. All right, so I'm waiting for something to dry on here. Let me get a fan for that. fan top. The top likes to be up in the heat, but it's good. It's got a little hot house over here. That's one thing I'm so used to that. Tripping over cables, I'm light-footed because I'm used to tripping over stuff constantly all the time, especially when I'm working with cables and stuff. Let me see. Come on, turn. There we go. So you get that section over there, that's where I got the putty at. But yeah, it's freaking like 23 degrees outside, and we can run a fan in here with no problem, because again, this place traps heat. Can't wait till I do the overtop head area and the floor, and we're done. Only basically I applied for 3 permits. I applied for my drywall, my floor, and to have that electrical unit removed out of the ceiling. That's pretty much it. I'm done. And then I'm at that, come in here and set up my little gaming setup in here, do my videos, demonstrations, promote the product, and then after that, get the other place set up, the other garage I'm working on back and forth. We're not giving out those locations. But anyway, and there's a reason why. We have a stalker we got to take to court for some dumb nonsense. Actually, a few stalkers we're taking to court, so that's the reason why. But anyway, get that all set up so we can do the spray-on screens. A lot of people are excited about that 150-inch, $260 screen we got coming out. That is going to give the customer amazing capability. That technology is going to be gorgeous. Same thing, we have the FLE, it's all FLE technology. So you'll be able to do front and rear with that. It's going to be fully acoustic, and you can take it outside. It's going to be pretty much an all-around screen. But I told you I wanted to come out with something like really reasonable for everybody. And that 260 bucks at 150 inches, mind you got the option to stretch it over any size frame you want, as long as you don't max out past the 150 mark. Other than that, so can't wait to get that thing up and going. That's not going to have a limited on it. It's not going to have it. Certain screens will have limited editions on this one. But this paint's fantastic, because I like making the paints, because the paint's light to turn anything you want into a screen. So the only thing I see on this, it does have some kind of of course it has some kind of lacquer finish on it, so I'm curious how that's coat. I made it put 2 coats on this, I'm not sure, because it does have a glossy finish to it. It's not unfinished wood, but we'll see. See how it takes to it. But 2 coats literally is 1 coat you painted the first time. You see when I painted the box, that's 1 coat. If you got to go back over that thing 4 or 5 times, there's something wrong there. Just something ain't clicking right. 2 coats. Hit the first time, let it dry, hit the second time. A coat is just covering the surface, not hitting the surface multiple times and then say that's 1 coat. Nope, there's something wrong there. I had to do a multi-coat when I had a child-proof wall. It kept coming through. I was like, what the freak? Like, oh shoot, this got a protective coating on it. Then you got to go in and get a prime. All right, I'm gonna get my paint ready so we can get this done. You don't need a paint pan. Flat piece of cardboard is all you're going to need to paint this screen in. That's it. It's a flat piece of cardboard. Voila. Right there. And that roller. So I do want to test the surface out a little bit to see whether or not if we have to do 2 coats on here. Probably not. Plenty's drying up quite nicely. That's it. This is what I have in my rollers from the previous screen I just rolled in. Yeah, that's from the previous roll on. Yeah, all paint has good, well, not all of it. Some has good coverage, some doesn't. That's why you have to do the paint down. We got to do a paint down on a 20 ounce because I've never did a 20 ounce before. I can't say it's going to do 100 in the screen. I don't know because I have to do the paint down first. Then we have to have so much left over. But I'm just testing to see if I have to go in. And we got screws in here, don't worry about that, because anything it hits is going to camouflage, becomes part of it. Nice, my little TV. My nice little TV. Should be out of nice little corner, kind of nice. So what we're going to do with this is we're going to build a nice little display here. Just for the time being, until all the rest of my paperwork comes back from zoning. I'll put something here for the time being. So we're going to put a LED light system up here, the one I used to have in my hallway, a real super bright one. And I guess I'll basically drop some curtains behind the back of here and make a nice little setup here for the time being until the rest of my paperwork comes back in. Then we can just remove all this off the wall, patch over with the silver tape, the insulator over the holes we put in here already. Drop our drywall in. Well, pretty much first we got to put that soundboard in first. Before that, put the soundboard in, then drywall, then raise our floor, and then I can put my customized screen in there. Oh, so I'm doing something completely different. An idea came to me when I was actually going back and forth downtown. I want to do something. The motorized projection screen, I've done them. I've done dozens of these things. I need to do something new, something different, something I've never even done before, something crazy, way outside the box. So I can't tell you what it is. You'll see it when I show it off. It's going to be absolutely insane. Oh, over here. Put in do the ta-da at the end. Done. And that's it. I'm done. That's why the screen is soaking wet. It's going to get much brighter than that. Much, much brighter as it dries. That's that heightened level 4 that this technology has, and it's a FLE. Charlie. Charlie, Charlie, Charlie. $16.9. The other one, please. This one. Nope, other way. The beautiful thing about lens shift. You don't have to worry about where your projector's sitting at. Doesn't really make a difference because you can just direct the screen in that direction. Let's see. Now this great surface here is around 3 feet. 3 feet. I don't know the length of it, but I wanted to make sure that where we're at 3 feet. Let me see. I need the keystone. Just a little bit more. Nope. Keystone. Keystone. There we go. Let's see. There we go. That's better. Better. Whew, man. So you only took one coat. That's it. The protective surface, the coating you had on it, your stuff coated right over top of it like it was nothing. So yeah, that's fantastic. That means, yeah, it's less work I got to do at the end of the day. So as you can see, this is how fast it's supposed to, the screen is supposed to be applied on. This is how fast you're supposed to be to coat them on. Everybody's screen's coat on usually like this. It can never take that long. Now it starts to dry, you'll see less and less of the shine. It's going to get brighter than this. It's still drying. Matter of fact, let me bring my fan up so I can hit the screen. I think I'm going to use my cardboard box over here for my Pico projector setup. Because we got a nice little screen out of that. And this is what you should be seeing. Paint and dry demonstrations. Yeah, the paint dry demonstrations take a bit, but this is what you need to see. That way you get an idea how long it's going to take to paint the screen in. A person who basically cut scenes and edited, he doesn't even know. Well, he knows how long it takes to dry the screen, you just won't know. So he can just tell you anything. You need to see this. We're going to do a couple, we're going to actually put timers down and basically see how long it takes so we have an accurate time on how long it takes. Now the surface I used over there for the first FLE paint down, that was actually sprayed in. That has to be sprayed in for that particular coating when we do the black alcohol surfaces. We're not going to be using that particular surface. That surface is used for the demonstration. I like to use the spandex surface because that stuff lays flat every single time. That's what I like to use. If I'm using a black alcohol surface for our customers, and it needs to be spandex. I need something that's going to stretch around the frame. It's going to fit nice and tight. That's what I want. So that was just used for the time being. Man, I'm telling you, the Alpha CINEMAX, no joke. Now, see, when you come in, we're going to do a lot of demonstrations on this screen. I'm going to do a nice little setting for the background, put some curtains up there just for the time being until my paperwork comes in, and we can make a nice little setting here. I'm actually going to be adding in lights here, this little LED light system. I'll get a chance to test that anyway because I got to put a few in here we're going to need because I'm going to have a lot of neon in here, but I do want some high performance white lights in here for other things. So, yeah, I'm going to put in a LED system. And I'm going to show you how we're going to build that so we can use that to light the area up. Matter of fact, mine just wrapped around the screen. It has FLE in it, so you know it's designed to kill stuff, kill that ambient light. Dirty piece of plywood. Man. Dirty piece. Matter of fact, I don't even know what this thing was. It's actually thicker than plywood. It's much thicker than plywood. It's pretty heavy from the driveway, but man, that thing sat there for at least a couple months. It's been back there. The rainstorm, snow, just dirty. Didn't even wipe it down. Just went over top of the screen, was done. I forgot to wipe it down, literally. Doesn't make a difference. This stuff masses everything. Got a huge crack along the side of there that was all puttied in. Now I got it anchored in pretty well because it is pretty heavy. I don't have to worry about it coming down and crushing taco over here. But I am going to drop in some longer screws in just in case. Drop 2 more on each side. And then just basically just take a little Q-tip and just dab that. That's it. That screw in. Whoop, blends right on in. Can't see them. Now, the difference between the new technology and the old technology is, well, this stuff does a lot of stuff. And if you've seen the side-by-side demonstrations with FLE, it's much brighter. Puts out a much higher white level. But also, too, this technology is fully weatherproof. And yes, ultra short throw compatible. And in fact, we've got an ultra short throw laying around in here. We'll pop that up on the screen, too, also. It is 3D mapping application technology. Yes, so I can use my 3D mapping right on the screen if I want to. And, of course, we'll put it against the certified, heavy certified screens. We'll put it against our low lumen projectors, ultra short throw projectors, high lumen projectors to show there's no hot spotting, no complications, all that good stuff. But I'm going to have to build me a brighter environment. The environment is way too dark. So we're going to bring in these high fluorescent LED lights and we're going to light this section up. And oh, Bob, I forgot to tell you, you can take it outside. So as you see, less and less glare disappears. Screen's still going to get brighter. So if you're wondering, can I paint this over my fixed frame screen? Yeah, all that, everything. That's why we're doing a demonstration, taking random trash and turning it into OLED screens. So if we could turn this into a screen, this beautiful images and all this off a dirty piece of wood that was sitting on the side of the garage, yeah, I think we could paint over your motorized projection screens, fixed frame screens, and walls with no problem. Hey, we just did a cardboard box a few minutes ago. One coat application, finish and done. I don't like it when people come in and try to change the game and the rules when they said that, oh, you can paint the screen 4 or 5 times and that's considered to be one coat. No, that's not. That's multi-coats. You can't do that. It's one coat or 2 coats. If you're doing 2 coats, you paint it 1 time, you're done. You don't touch it, you paint it. When that surface disappears and it becomes that screen, that's your 1 coat right there. If you got to keep going back over top of it, then there's a problem there. I've never seen a painter paint the wall just to coat it and then turn around and say, now we're going to paint the wall. I've never seen that before. Or somebody paint the wall and go, oh, we just got to keep touching it up and touching it up. Like, why you keep touching it up? You painted it already. You know, something's wrong. And this is what you're supposed to see when you watch a paint and dry demonstration. This is what you're supposed to see. Watch the screen dry directly in front of you. Not the video clip cut and then edit it and go, oh, the screen already dried. No, we didn't see it. Anything could have went on in that demonstration. It could have been all kinds of problems could have went on, and we should have got to be able to see that. And the areas you see showing up shiny, those are areas that are still wet. We're just going to get the stand anyway. I can take the stand down, so that's good. I think I'm going to donate that screen over there to somebody. I got somebody. Oh, no. I'll just put it in their house over there. I'll put it over there for them. Because I don't need it no more. No, we can't give that away. I can give it away to my friends over here, yeah, because they're my friends. But I can't give that to anybody else because this is not even launched yet. We still got to figure out the pre-orders for this thing. And there is a pre-order option on the website too, which I got to look into that to figure out how that works. Screen's still wet, still drying. It'll get brighter than this. Now I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do for my background setup. So I think what I'm going to do is, let me see, because we just got to drape curtains right now until we get everything in here. So I want to do something real nice for this section. I might do a little movie theater setup in here. No, I'm really going through all that. I got to take it down anyway. Just do drywall, just fast and quick. So I guess I put a nice curtain system up there. Cut it and trim it so it wraps around the back of the screen. And we're not using the LED lights. We're not using them. We got LED lights for the floor. We're not going to backlight it. That's just defeats the purpose. I'm just going to put some high fluorescent lights. So we're going to light this whole section up. Alright, so I'm getting ready to get cleaned up in here since that's already done. I got a sweep up on the floor. We got wood chips all over the floor because the back of the piece of wood had this texture back there and it had to be cut completely off. I had to saw that off. File it down. You know, landlord's gonna pop over. He's gonna look at this and go, "You got a TV?" I'm like, no, it's not a TV. It's a piece of wood. That piece of wood in the back. This is what this is. He's getting one at his place. I'm doing one for his kids. I want to put a big screen in there for the kids to watch cartoons and all that stuff. And then in the house over here, I'm installing one over there. There's also a fantastic way if you have in the real estate, you want to bring your property value up. You basically put a home theater setup in your basement. I've seen a couple of them in there. You ain't got to go all out. Just put the screen in the projector. That's all you have to do. Expensive projector is not required because our technology doesn't require. We're running 720p right now at $270. So it doesn't require expensive projectors. And again, the application is extremely easy to put on, and you could turn any surface you want into a screen. Definitely going to do some gaming off this. So since I'm going to do a custom built screen for myself, which I'm not going to tell you, the border is going to be different. It's going to be far different than anything you've ever seen before. Like I said, I want something outside the box with this new technology. So I'm trying to, I already got to figure out what I want to put. And I really don't care about the projector because, again, we don't have to spend the money for the projector. That's the freedom part right there. I don't have to worry about spending all this money for contrast projector, not required. High lumens, yeah, we can run Old Faithful in here with no problem. Which means I gotta buy another one of her units. And don't have to worry about whether if it's HDMI. Don't need that in the day. And any of that. Let's see. I like what they got on here. Let me see. Oh man, you gotta see the black on this thing, man. This black is freaking beast. This is what I'm talking about. I have no idea how you deal with them gray screens at the end of the day. Like, how are you dealing with them things? I don't know how. You can't read contrast. That contrast is everything. Those you playing that new Call of Duty that come out, are you kidding me? You run it out, I guarantee the majority of people run those on black OLEDs. That contrast is everything. Can't run that off a gray screen. You can't run it off a white screen. Majority, all the demonstrations on YouTube right now are OLED demonstrations. They have jet black backgrounds. And here we are sitting over here with a 3000 to 1, $270 projector, 720p that discontinued in 2011. This is what we're getting. That thing looks like a TV. When I get done lighting up this section in here, man, I can't wait. And this thing is still getting brighter. Because the wet spots I'm seeing on the screen, that means the screen hasn't even hit that heightener level yet. Oh, by the way, this FLE technology, because it's basically one coat and it's basically a paint-on application, is a 100% complete. Yeah, these are completed. The TV technology is a little different. That requires 4-coat application and it's 4 different elements to get the screen to generate. That screen is powerful, it's only 60%. AdTech is only 60%. So when I mean think outside the box, as you're walking through Home Depot, Lowe's, you go, I can turn that to a screen. Yes, you can. 30 piece of plywood in the backyard, just sitting out there. And now it's this technology. Oh, I hated it when I had to be on that tan surface. That was my worst. Man, I hated that so much. There was so much I was missing. I couldn't see the contrast. I couldn't see the color. Oh, I'm gonna watch my One Piece tonight on Netflix. So when I get people saying you can paint over wood, yeah, you can paint over wood, paint over styrofoam. This thing does the same thing. Anything you, at the end of the day, we don't support stucco. Unless you can figure a way how to sand down that section where you can put it at, yeah, then so be it. But I wouldn't paint over stucco with this stuff because you're going to get that gritty look to it. Polyester tarps, no, because it doesn't do well with polyester tarps. Inflatable projection screens, no, because we have a special formula for those. Because that's a temperamental surface. You got to take this thing down, fold it up. Trust me. Just wait till we come out with the formula for that and try to go much better. And on top of that, we'll test on our end. Which when we test it, we fold these things up and we basically stack things on them and unfold them and over again to see exactly if it's sticking, if it's tearing, if it's ripping, if it's having any problems. We do all those tests. Oh, yeah. This is gonna be nice. I can't wait. When we're done with this, I'm gonna drop on some One Piece and go pick myself up a hoagie over at freaking Subway. Hopefully the girl makes it. The guy's here walking out. But he jacked up my sandwich last time. I ain't doing that twice. Got some pictures to take and some demonstrations to do on Facebook. We do a couple more. We definitely bringing out the t-shirts and all that and laid against the screen. Got to. That's the fun part. The color pop. I'm definitely throwing my ultra short throw. I got a 720p Sony ultra short throw right over there. Yeah, I'm definitely. It's on eco mode. I think 3 or 4, something like that. We're gonna slap the thing right up in here. Yes, fully ultra short. All our stuff is ultra short throw compatible. It has to be. I have ultra short throws in my collection. That's why. Everything I have in my collection, this stuff's got to run off of. All right, we got a cardboard box projection screen. Another one of these. Yeah. I know when we do this stuff, we do get these naysayers that come in, we call them the naysayers. It's funny, I'm not the only one that says that. I heard a lot of people on YouTube talk about naysayers. But anyway, they're just hoping they come in here and they see the screen fail. I can explain something to you crystal clear. This is God's technology. My Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. This is his work at the end of the day. Lord does not fail. So when I come in here and paint the screen down, I know them individuals are hoping that we mess up. It ain't going to happen. Not ever. As long as my faith is with him and he's the one developing my technology, everything we design will be flawless. Well, blessed to have. Sorry, not us design. Blessed to have will be flawless. See my vest. See my vest. Now I picked up this real printer foil, gold foil. It's beautiful. We're going to be using it for our batch number seals on the back. I want something really nice for our batch number displays. And if you go to our website, you will see what the batch numbers and what they stand for. We have it right there on our page. On top of that, like I said, we're going to turn the Crystal Ridge page into an information page. So I think that's going to put the customer awareness and all the other stuff on there to educate the customers on what they should be looking for when they're looking for screen paint products. Because you want to make sure whatever you buy is going to freaking work. That's where I get ripped off. Make sure they got batch numbers. They don't got batch numbers, don't touch it. Because you don't know what you're getting in the mail. If it hasn't been tested, you don't know what you're getting in the mail. Excuse me. Go. So just dry on its own. It's the Bunsen burner. It's the Bunsen burner. Everywhere, anywhere. Yeah, so we have to check our Cartoon Network. See, they got Meow Meow in there. I missed Meow Meow. Where's my charger for this unit? Let's see. No battery. still have a lot of paint left over. I haven't really, want to see how much we're going to get out of that quart. Got a lot left over. So it looks like that's a pretty good coverage. Mine, that's a 32. And what's going to be coming with this product, they're going to be 40s. So that's a lot. So we'll see what we can get out of it. It's going to have, like I said, one coat application, 100% infinity black level. That's what you want out of your screen. So if I went and spent $270 for my 720p projector, well, that means you don't have to spend a lot of money. That's what I said. Whatever projectors they use in the demonstrations are the projectors you're going to have to use or hire. So if they spent $3,100 for a machine, guess what you're going to be spending? $3,100 or higher. In order to get that same result, that's what you're going to have to do. What you've seen in the demonstration, even with a 2,000,000:1 contrast on a projector, the gray screen can't read it. I've been telling people that for the longest time. That's why you sell this demonstration to people with projectors in a dark environment. You turn the lights on in there, that screen's gone. It's a lot of money. $3,100 for a machine. Literally, the 4K doesn't pick up because we saw the images, they were washed out. There was no detail. It was horrible. That's a lot of money to pay for, especially an ultra short throw. We're at a distance from our screen right now. So even at 4,000 lumens, by the time we hit the screen, we're probably around, we're at 3,000 maybe, so forth, and that about that much. But you're talking about 3,000 less than a foot from a screen, and it doesn't register. There you go. That's a huge freaking drop in technology, that fast, that quick. Nothing wrong with the P2. The P2 is an amazing piece of machinery. Just the problem is these projectors are just being dumbed down on screens that just don't have the ability to show you what the projector can do. Kind of think of it when I look at these older machines that I like to use, is that when they retired them, I can see that machine, if it had ability to be able to speak, says I'm much more than that. You're shortchanging me because you're putting me against a surface that doesn't allow you to see exactly what my true potentials are. And that's what we're doing with this machine over here. This machine was discontinued. So we can send this back to the company and say, look, this is your projector right here at 720p that you retired. That's what it looks like on our technology. You retired a piece of equipment that you had no idea the capability that it had because you displayed it on a white screen that failed it. So every time you show your projector on a white or gray screen, you have failed your machine. Think about that. You failed your projector. Your projector can do so much more, but you failed it. Because you put it on something that doesn't allow the projector to show off its true capability. Majority of your projection setup comes from your screen, not your projector. Spent the time, you spent the money, you did the research, get what you paid for. Don't shortchange yourself. This is how your image is supposed to look. This is why when you see me going to YouTube videos, I'm not being nasty, you literally just can't see the screen. I can't see it. There's so much missing. See the skin tone on the hand? See how jet the black background is at the same time? You have to pull up those balances. It's very important. That background has to stay jet black 24/7. And you have to be able to pull up those bright, beautiful colors and show that balance. See the reflection off the water? And that's a 720p projector we're using right now. And those of you who have 4K and 1080p projectors, I've seen your demonstrations, I've seen you showing off your setups and all. Y'all don't even come close to this. And y'all spent way more money than me. My screen at the end of the day is a dirty piece of wood at the side of the garage. We're laying on the side of the garage for 2 months. That's my screen right there, coated with our technology. And a 720p projector I paid $270 for. There you go. There's my projector setup. Running through an old PS4. There's my adapter system right there. See, running through VGA. See this old beat up machine right here? Look at that. Look how beautiful that color looks. Let me get it around here for a minute. Fight my stand here. This is the model number of my projector. You can go look it up. Christie LW401. And that's my image. The demonstrations I'm used to seeing, and everybody follows the same tradition. They'll go out and they'll spend money for a high-end projector, a lot of contrast to put back in what the screen can't see, and then they'll go out and they'll put in ambient light controlled environments and all that stuff to better the color. And they'll do hold on for a minute. And they'll go spend money. The big companies are spending money for an expensive certified screen and all that stuff at the end of the day. And then you spend all this money and you can't even hit that. You can't read contrast. Gunmetals don't even read 100% contrast. They can't pick it up. You spend all that money for what? And then those of you who spent the money for the high-end contrast, like the JVCs, we're going to run some kind of time, they spend all that money for that projector just to get those real inky blacks, and they can't even see it. Because the first thing I say is turn your lights on and shoot this star field demonstration and show me. It can't register, it won't pick up. So by the time you circle around to our technology, you turn that option off. What's the point of you basically using it? The screen generates 100% black levels. We're already fully dried. So when people sit there say, oh, but your product is going to be OLED, of course it's going to be OLED worthy. It's going to be beyond OLED worthy. So how is that possible? Well, OLEDs generate 100% black. We do the same thing too. We pull tremendous white levels. And then on top of that, we have an FLE technology. That TV technology, yeah, that's going to easily be able to overpower OLED with no problem. Because I can take my screen and stick it out in front of a window, let sunlight push through it, try it with an OLED TV and see what happens. You'll damage your screen. On top of that, cost-wise, yeah, consider the fact that you're going to have a 100-inch screen or 106-inch that does 16:9, 16:10, and 235.1. Try to do a 235.1 OLED at 106 inches and see how much money that thing will cost you. And if your kids take a Matchbox car and hit the side of yours, you're not going to damage it. Yeah, see how much it would cost to fix the OLED. That's why when you go out there and you see flat screen TVs laying out there in the trash, due to the fact that the screen literally costs more than the TV. You might just go buy a brand new TV. The question is, what am I going to watch next on here? I have no idea. Let's see it real quick. Adjust my. Here we go. I want to go to. Nope, don't be nice. Oh, I forgot the microphone. Are we charged up enough for this? We are charged up good. Let me see. 8K desired nature. They butcher us. Oh yeah, they did butcher us. 8K desired nature. It's giving me AK. Wow, are you really kidding me on that? Let's see if we can find it in here, because it's giving me something completely bonkers, as always. I want to see that contrast on that. Oh. Let's try this. Speaking to the machine. 8K desired nature. Oh my God, my sister has one of those Amazon units that you're talking to. I must have been like speaking to the machine a good 20 minutes trying to get it to play Christian Christmas music. And it kept playing everything. Do you mean, oh, oh my goodness, how do you guys deal with these things? Thing would drive me nuts. Bad enough I have to deal with this voice recognition software. It doesn't work half the time. You gotta bend over and talking to the machine like you're a complete freaking idiot. And people are just looking at you like, wow. And especially, how does it work for those of you who have like accents? How does that work? I mean, if you got a Scottish accent or whatever accent you may have, how does that work? Does it work for you on that end? I'm curious to find that out. Because on our end, man, we're speaking to the machine and it just basically just ignores most of the commands. Sometimes doesn't even listen, doesn't register. Gee whiz. Can you imagine having your entire house embedded with this stuff? That's the funny part. And they show the guy, I don't know if you've seen those commercials where the guy has everything voice activated, his boat's voice activated, his house is voice activated, everything. And he goes to the dentist and they pull a tooth and he comes back and the machine doesn't recognize his voice. Freaking hilarious. There you go, people. That's on a 3000-to-1 contrast projector. Oh, dirty piece of wood in the backyard. Or not in the backyard, on the side of the garage. So I'm going to tell you right now, the technology, well, we got a lot of technology coming out, but the ones that basically pose the most threat are the ones that you will hear them chatter about the most. And I got something to say to you about that. Where's my black paint? I told you I needed my stuff in time because I got testing coming up. I got products I'm designing. So it'd been nice to get some free black paint, but we didn't get it. For those you don't know that, for individuals who went out and made false lies against our products, we sent them a certified letter requesting them and giving them permission to send us black paint to do a live demonstration in front of everyone, and they failed to send down the paint because they lied. Yeah. Instead of making false accusations, make good products. That works much better. Oh man, I can't wait. I don't know what games I'm playing. Well, actually, I'm still playing that freaking Hats in Time. I love that game so much. Now, for our customers, yes, this can be painted on anything. It's just a one-coat application. As you see me paint over the cardboard box and the dirty piece of wood that we had sitting on the side of the garage. I'm going to be picking up some other stuff too, just some random stuff we're just going to turn into projection screens, just for the fun of it all, just to show you how easy it is to apply on. Can you spray this on? Yes, you can. Also, you can roll it on. We do advise you use 9-inch nap rollers. That's the only ones we use in all our demonstrations. And you got a chance to watch the screen dry right in front of you, which is extremely important so you know exactly how much time it's going to take for it to dry. Now I'll be putting some more information into the specification sheets because now we had a chance to get our hands on this stuff, paint it in, check it out, show it off, which is very important. And now you can go in and see demonstrations of the products. I will be taking pictures. Well, first, I want to do a nice little background scenery for this first. We do want to put in some more LED lights. We're going to put some high, bright, fluorescent LED lights. These are different LED lights. These are not used for showing off the backlight of the screen. These are designed to light an area up. So that's why I'll be picking up some commercial LED lights so we can brighten this section up. And we're going to cover a lot of this tin behind the back of us and put some a nice setting there for our picture setups that we need to put onto the website. That's why I said people got to stop cutting corners and do things correctly. It's about the customer at the end of the day. The customer deserves to have a good product. That's what it's about, taking care of the customer. Whoops, tripped on stuff. Here you go. Bake and bake, shaky bake. I'm also going to be changing the pricing on it too. So the pricing we had for it was in between the 400 mark. I want to bring it down so it's a little bit lower. I'm trying to get my products to the point where we have the most affordable products but the most advanced products on the market. That's what I want. It's not about making screens that are going to cost all this money. We want something that's going to be extremely affordable for the customer, but we want to give them the most advanced technology we can possibly offer. Because again, this gives us a lot of power over the big certified companies, because again, they're charging all this money for these expensive screens, and you really ain't getting much. From our point of view, you don't get much. We want to make it so our products are unbelievably affordable. So you don't have to sit back there and say, well, maybe one day I'll be able to get one of those. One day will be today. Well, not today, but you know what I'm talking about. Like I said, people, if it's about money, I can sell out this technology to any company will take it with no problem. But it's not about that. It's about the customer, and it's about to have a product that basically is going to be better than the rest. But on top of that, very, very affordable. Look at that. You know, the fun thing about this whole thing is the fact that you don't have to spend any money for expensive projectors. It's not even needed. I can run my $60 NEC off this thing easily. And those projectors are under $200. Think about all the money you'll see. There's no more going out and spend all this money for this crazy expensive stuff. Now my locker, I have a 1080p model of this one. I didn't pick it up. I just showed the 720p because what's going to show more of an impact than the 720p older model. Oh, I can't wait to get old faithful back in here. I got to order another one because I can't find her. She's back there, but I got to get me another one. So we can do an unboxing and do one right directly to the screen. Let's do, I'm just going to do a couple more after that. I want to do, let's see, LG Beta Fish. Oh, nope, 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 we're not doing that. I don't do that. I'm just promoting the exorcism. We don't do that. See you later, Satan. You don't mess with that mess. You know I'm going at after this, right? Well, when I get this scenery all set up for the background and everything, that should take me about, I'm going to line and order everything we need to set this up. But anyway, I'm going to the OLED. I'm going over there. Because this thing looks like an OLED TV. I'm going to pop right over there and say, hey guys, I gave in. I decided to get an OLED TV instead. I'm going to pop over to that forum site. Like, yeah, you really got one? Like, yeah, I got one. Look at it. I'm going in there freaking like, no, it's a projector. They're cool over there. They're pretty cool people. Got a few people I talk with from time to time. Even advising me, go pick up an OLED. Go get one, man. You'll love it. Get one. Like, I just got one. Oh, okay. See right there? Perfect example. Perfect example. Yeah. It's an OLED. That background is literally supposed to be black. Of course it is. It's an OLED. Well, that's what I said. When I saw the other person come up gray. No. That's an OLED. And the beautiful thing about this technology, borderless. Oh, I freaking love this thing. All right. Well, you guys watch that. Let me get something around here. I got to charge my battery unit up again. That charged up. And then We got to go on the website and make some updates. The new printer will be here on Monday, which means we can start resuming tracking numbers because my printer went down on me, so I have to go get me another one, which I did order another one to be here Monday, so we'll be good to go on that. And then probably next week, we'll begin the pre-orders for this technology right here. So we're probably going to have here, I'm probably going to do the 20 ounce containers, but we have to do a 100-inch screen on the 20 ounce so I can see exactly the paint down if it's gonna apply to that. But it should, but I want to make sure 100%. So I can always go back to that video and show a customer. So we have to get a surface that's 100 inches and basically coat it in. Heck, I can get a piece of cardboard. So paint on cardboard anyway. So yeah, I just get a 4x7 piece of cardboard because there's no room. You just lay it down, be done. Well, actually, no room. It's going to take up no room at all. And I can just stick it over there when I'm done. So I'm going to get some real flexible cardboard. I can roll it up when I'm done and use it later on. So we're going to go to all kinds of cool places to build screens. We're going to Staples. Yeah, I saw some amazing poster boards over at Staples that we're definitely going to turn into projection screens. And don't worry about the frame, because paint over the frame too doesn't make a difference. Now, this technology will be available all over the world for free. It means we'll ship it to you for free anywhere you live, all over the world. And we're going to be changing our labels real soon because, again, it's been changed over to FLE. This is what the labels look like. Pretty soon I'm going to be changing this over. I just have to wait for the new printer to get in. And we're going to do 40 ounce and 20 ounce containers. I finally found my, because I was trying to call Screen Innovation for the sample sheet I had behind me, trying to figure out what panel it was. Look at this. That thing pops up and starts doing it automatically. That freaks me out. Look at that. Didn't even ask for that. It just popped up and just started recording. See, that's the stuff that kills me about freaking artificial intelligence nonsense. But anyway, yeah, I got to contact them and figure out what panel we got because he never sent me what panel I have. I know I got a newer version, but I got to call them up and figure out what the panel is. Oh man, this is gonna be sick. Benefits of black technology on a motorized projection screen, much bigger screen. You actually achieve 8 inches more on your projection screen. You don't need the borders. What do you need them for? This black technology, just paint over them. So you got 2-inch borders for each side. That's 4 for the left and right. The bottom, that's 6, and then for the top, you just put another 2 inches there, and you got 8 inches more. Let's go over, and I'm gonna get that OLED horse too. OLED demonstrations. Did it butcher it? Of course it did. Let's see. It said hello demonstrations. Okay. That's a new one for today. OLED demonstrations. Now, see what it says on that board right there? It says color alive in true black. The guy who did the OLED technology sat there and said that in the black you see true color. And he wasn't joking when he meant that. You have to have a 100% black level in order to read color. All right, people, hope you enjoyed the demonstration. Probably pre-orders will be next week. I got to do some updating. I do have to get Old Faithful either out of storage or just buy a new one because we do have to drop it at 1,000 lumens. Curious how it would run on these other projectors I have over here too also. And we're definitely going to have to brighten up the environment. So I'm going to have to do a little scenery setup in here for it. So we can lighten all this up much brighter than this. And we can show up the screen on what FLE is designed to do. That being said, I hope you enjoyed. Gotta go. And of course, we thank our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for the wonderful technology. Gotta go, and God bless.